Right on. Yeah, I love those guys. Those guys are definitely my favorite. And
Oh,
I
they're
didn't
not
know
my
it.
favorite. They're
Huh?
not my favorite any. They're not my favorite anymore. But
Who's
I
your
still
favorite?
love a lot of their music.
Who's your favorite?
See, I don't know. I have so many bands that I like. I unfortunately I do not have my interest. The music that I listen to, I'm very picky about.
Right.
I rarely like more than three or four songs off of any album.
Right. Right.
Now, one band that I like a ton of their stuff is Chastain.
Who?
Chastain.
Is that an older band? I've heard of them, I think.
It started in the 80s.
Okay. I think I've heard of them.
Oh,
Uh,
they are fantastic. Leather Leone, their singer,
mhm.
she doesn't have the pipe she used to,
Right.
but man, back in the 80s, that woman she was actually the only singer I like better than her is Ronnie James Dio.
Right on. Right on.
She and Dave Chastain is a shredder.
That's the guy. Yeah, that's who I'm thinking of. Okay. Who did
Yeah, and but the great thing about him is that he don't shred all the time.
right.
When the song doesn't call for shredding,
Right.
he doesn't shred.
Yeah.
And that's very unusual because a lot of shredders are kind of too good for their own good. Because, when there's only certain parts of songs and certain songs that shredding sounds great in.
Right.
There
Right.
are other songs you want to play with feeling.
Right. Exactly.
Michael
Exactly.
Schenker,
Yeah.
feeling.
He's good. He's
And
great.
a lot of players are so good technically that they've lost the
Right.
ability to do that feel. All they
Right.
do is shred.
Yeah.
I went to see Leather Leone's solo band.
Hmm.
Oh, I'm God, I can't remember the name of the guitar player. He's done some instrumental albums of his own. I can't remember. I know him. I just can't think of him at the moment.
Right.
But they were playing a lot of old Chastain stuff, and all he did was shred through the whole thing.
Right. Right.
And I mean he's a fantastic player. I mean, me and our singer were standing up watching him warm up, and I looked over at my singer. I said, "Okay, I quit."
Right.
But but after about two songs, I got tired of listening to it.
Right. Right.
You've got to mix in feeling
You
with
do.
quick.
Exactly.
E-
Exactly.
Everything can't. I mean, look at Ace Frehley. God bless his soul.
God bless his heart, man. He
But
was the man.
he did not do really technical
No,
stuff.
no,
But
he was bluesy.
he hits these notes that I call Frehley notes.
Mhm.
You hit one note and it just makes everything come like boom. It's
It pops in.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to find those notes in certain songs.
Mhm.
You got to, land on something, not just all the
Right.
time.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
to me, and I'm no shredder, so I don't have that problem.
Right. Steve
But I've
Vai,
always,
Steve Vai and
yeah.
Satriani have that band now. They got the Satchmo band or whatever it's called. They put out a single, they got a record out. Their first single was this song called Dancing. And
Okay.
you're going to have to check it out because, and everybody's going to probably hate me for it, but it is probably, it's uncomfortable watching it. It really is. The theme of the video is not great, I don't think personally. But those two, as good as they are, and they're good. I've seen Bye before, and Bye is
Oh yeah,
amazing.
they're two of the best.
But it's almost on that song that they did. It's like it's too much. They're like it's uncomfortable them trying to stretch, showing all their shit at once. You know what I mean? That's what they're doing is showing all their shit at once, dueling a little bit. And it was the most uncomfortable thing to watch. And it just, it's, I don't want to say horrible because those two guys are good. They're good.
Well, they're
But
fantastic.
it's like I don't know what they were thinking, on this one. You'll have to check it out. It's different, it's like that's just it wasn't good. It wasn't good at all.
In high school, when I was starting to actually get decent on guitar,
Mm-hmm.
going from intermediate to advanced,
Mm-hmm.
um, I was heavily into the UFO Live Strangers in the Night album.
Right on.
I got a ton of influence from Michael Schenker.
Yeah, he's
I
a good.
love me Michael Schenker. Um, and then I was for a while in the Back in Black era, I was a big AC/DC fan. And all that Angus Young does are like blues
Yeah,
stuff.
it is. It's straight blue
And
stuff. You know.
and so I actually got the feel influence before I got the quick
Mm-hmm.
influence.
Right on.
When I discovered Ingve
No doubt.
and that Marching Out album, that is one of my top 5 favorite studio albums.
Right on. Right
I
on.
love that. Love Jeff Scott Soto. Great
Right on.
singer. But yeah, that's when I started looking into doing sweeps and using my right hand,
Mm-hmm.
what Eddie Van Halen popularized,
Right.
who people still think he created that, and that is false,
Right.
very false.
I got a friend here in Portland. He's got a band called Atomic Lords of Tokyo, and he's been around the music business a long time, like you have, and stuff. And he puts on an Eddie Van Halen tribute concert every year in Salem. Gets a whole bunch of
Oh,
people
cool.
to come down and play and stuff. And it's pretty cool. I'm going to go next year, but he's heavily influenced by them, big time. And I found this kid though, the kid who told me about the Grammy Award winner that I'm going to have on the show next month. He gave it to this
And
16.
congrats for that, for
That's
being
so
able to.
it's I am so blessed with this, and it came from a 16-year-old kid. That's how that one came
He
about.
told me about that.
Man,
Yeah.
this kid is amazing. He is so cool. He turned me on to another one of his friends today. He goes, "Hey, I got a friend named Tamer who I've been telling about your show about. He's promoting my show big time to all his friends."
Who? What's his name?
Tamer, the
It's
guy's
not
name is
Timu. It's
Tamer. He
not
goes by
Timu
Tam on Instagram. But
because I.
this guy has like 200,000 followers. This guy named
Okay,
Tam
it's
down
not
in
the
the
same guy I'm thinking of. The guy I'm thinking of was an absolute power metal shredder.
Okay, okay,
Like what the hell's the name of that band? Dragon Force.
okay, okay, okay.
Stuff like that. And he was working with a guy I talked to a lot, who's a keyboard player and a
Right.
guitarist. They used to put out music together. I've heard some not so great things about him, so I I was just wondering. I was hoping it wasn't the same guy, and
No,
it doesn't
no.
appear to be the
This
same guy.
this this Bo kid, he's 16. He's endorsed by
I'm not
Green.
talking about the
No, 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 no.
16
I
year.
know, I know. But he's the one who turned me on to this Tamer guy, and he turned me on to Larry Mitchell. Larry Mitchell's the Grammy winner that's coming on my show. He's,
What did he win a Grammy for?
I think, producing. But he's
Okay.
but he's played with Billy Squire. He's played with Tracy Chapman, Steve Vai. He's played with Steve Vai too. And I know what smooth looks like on a guitar when people are playing. I know what smooth looks like. But this guy's hands are like fluid. I couldn't believe he's doing these
Yeah.
hammer-ons, and I'm going, holy shit! I've never seen nobody's hands do shit like that. Just he's pretty cool. Um, but yeah, this kid, I first found him. He was playing Sweet Home Alabama as if Van Halen wrote it. And if you
Uh,
close your eyes, it was Eddie in the room. It was. Um, he's a pretty cool cat. He's going to be he's the future of rock and roll. I know that.
one thing about me, I have, and I'm not saying this from my own mind. I'm talking. Everybody says this.
Right.
that I have a very different, unique style of playing guitar.
Right.
Basically, people who hear a song that I play, when you hear the lead, you know it's me.
Right on. Right on.
So, that being said, number one, I never was really interested in doing cover songs.
Right on. Right on.
Never was interested.
Right on.
And number two, I couldn't play them like they were played on the record because my style is so different.
Right.
You know, I try to play George Lynch and I'd be able to, but it'd sound different.
Right. Right.
You know, it wouldn't, I mean, the notes would be right, you know, the picking would be right, but it sounded different just because these guys, they just, they do their own thing.
Right. Right.
And that's why it was so important that we added Scott Eicher as our other guitar player.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we had a couple other guitar players in the past, but in the original AXEMASTER and up until, and even when I brought the brand back in 2010, for like the first 6 years, this was just me on guitar.
Right. Right. Okay.
And Scott plays on the new album. He's got leads in several songs.
Right on.
And he's got a traditional style. So it really is a nice trade-off between the two of us.
Definitely.
You know, it's two totally different style lead players.
Right.
So you get variety.
Exactly.
And got a lot of that on the new album.
Right on. Right on. I can't wait.
The one cover song that we actually did a cover song on the new album. Mm-hmm. Are you familiar with the band Halloween? Not Halloween, Halloween from Detroit.
Hall?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard of them. I don't know what they do necessarily. I probably heard something from them, but they're not, you know, they're not at the forefront of my mind, but I've heard of them before.
Yeah, they've been around probably longer than we have.
Oh, wow. Wow.
It's the heavy metal horror show.
Right on.
And me and Jeff, our singer, are friends with their original bassist and singer.
Uh-huh.
Brian's the singer. I forget his last name. And the bass player is George Neal.
Right on. Right on.
Yeah, we've been backstage with them when they played a big show and all that. But it's the song Terror Tory, not Territory, Terror Tory.
Okay.
That was originally done by Halloween.
Oh, wow.
It came out on Pure Steel Records, I believe, in around 2012.
Right on. Right on.
And Jeff just absolutely loves this song.
Right on.
And he came to me and he was like, you know, man, I got permission from George and Brian for us to play this song on the new album. Is there any way that you could, you know, that we could do this? And I'm like, dude, you're my brother. You've done so much for me in this band. That's no problem.
Totally. That's
not
cool.
A lot to do.
That's cool.
So, but it's the way we do it is very different than the original.
That's cool. I'll have to check that out then for sure. Definitely.
Yeah, actually, on our YouTube channel, there's a video of us doing that song live.
Okay, cool. Right on. I'll have to compare them then. Definitely.
Yeah. Well, number one, Jeff's singing style is completely different than Brian's.
Oh, right on.
Jeff is a baritone.
Okay. Right.
And he doesn't do a lot of falsetto. Brian does.
Right on.
So, you know, there's the contrast right there. Actually, before we talked about it was ever a thing about using the song, Jeff got up on stage with Halloween a couple times and did a duet with Brian.
That's cool.
They do, you know, one would sing one verse, one would sing the other. Sure. Right he did that twice or 3 times.
Do you like what's the name? I can't think of it. The lead singer left, and oh man, I can't remember the name of them. They're kind of popular right now. They got 2 lead singers now, though. The original one came back. God dang it, I can't remember the name.
Are they both male lead singers?
Yes, you know who I'm talking about. I think they got
Hmm.
videos all. Maybe you don't.
Where are they from?
I'm.
They from the
They're
States,
from
Europe?
U.S. They're from U.S. The one, the one left and started a band called Saint something. God dang it,
St. Vitus?
Saint Asonia.
Okay, I've heard of
You know
St.
who I'm
Virus.
talking about? Then I can't
Virus,
remember the
virus.
name of his original band though. I can't fucking think of it. But they've got two lead singers, and they kept their second lead singer too on it. And that's actually it's real. I like the both of them, the contrast of the voices. You know, they're both singing on the same, on the same thing, and it's kind of cool because you don't hear that anymore, really.
I'll tell you what, Jeff is a really tonal singer.
Mm-hmm.
He's a trained singer.
Right.
He's taken vocal lessons and he was in choir and
Right
all
on.
that kind of stuff. So his key is always right on,
Right
and he
on.
can sing everything that we have on CD
That's
live
cool.
with no problem. But on this album, the new album, there's a song called Machine,
Mm-hmm.
and it's the band's favorite song.
Right on.
And it's written in three completely different parts. There's no real
Mm-hmm.
chorus. There's three sections,
Right on.
and it's written on vocals. I asked Jeff to do this like you're writing a book, chapter
Mm-hmm.
one, chapter two, chapter three.
Right.
And in chapter three, for the first time really on any AXEMASTER release,
Mm-hmm.
Jeff does some growling vocals.
That's cool. That's cool.
They're not they're not death metal
Right. It's not
growls.
death growls, but they're growls.
Yeah, it's just a little bit Cookie Monster.
That's cool. That's
Just a
cool.
little bit. And it is so badass.
That's cool.
Oh, I mean, I loved the part to begin with, but when he put the vocals in, oh my God, that is so fucking incredible.
That's
And then
awesome.
I changed the vocals around a little bit, and I produced the album,
Right.
so I had basically free reign to edit
Mhm.
any way I wanted to.
Right on.
And
Right
by
on.
the way, AXEMASTER has never used auto tune.
That's awesome.
Never had to, and
Right.
never will.
Right.
Not with Jeff
Auto
McGraw.
tune's so weird. That's so weird. It just, I don't know. It's not my cup of tea
You
either,
listen
really.
to the three albums Jeff did: Overture to Madness, Crawling Chaos,
Mhm.
and now of Beasts and Plagues. He is right on
That's
everything.
cool.
No need to auto tune.
Right.
Don't want to auto tune. I mean, I know it's a big thing now.
Yeah,
You
it
know,
is.
oh,
But I don't like it.
tune.
I like
Especially
it.
a lot of people say that about Ozzy,
Yeah. Yeah.
but none of that with AXEMASTER.
Yeah.
None of it.
Totally.
And for some strange reason, I let an old contact of mine from Europe that I've known for close to 20 years,
Hmm.
I let him listen to the new album, and he asked me whether the drums were real or programmed. No, they're real. They're absolutely real.
Well,
Craig Gribben. And let me give a shout out to the drummer who played on that album. His name is Craig Gribben.
hmm
He's known for he started the band Vatican.
Okay.
Now there are several Vaticans.
Okay.
This Vatican was out of I'm having a brain fart here. Sandusky, Ohio.
Okay.
He's best known for that, but he
What's his
had
name
after
again? What's his name again?
Craig Gribben,
Gribben.
Gribben.
Okay. Okay.
I want to do a shout out to him. He was the drummer who played on the album. He was AXEMASTER's drummer for like 4 years. During that time, he beat lung cancer twice.
Wow. Wow.
And actually, he had just been diagnosed with cancer when he recorded the second half of the album.
Wow.
And it was a struggle for him because he
Yeah.
was losing. Well, without realizing it, he had it back a third time. And we played an outdoor show last July in Pennsylvania, a festival. We were headlining a festival out there, and he almost didn't make it. They say that he might have had a small heart attack.
Right. Right.
So he had to retire from music entirely. He can't play drums anymore.
That's a bummer.
And I want to give a real shout out
Definitely,
to him.
I will definitely put something on here too for it, for sure.
We're always thinking about him. If you scroll back to like July or August on our Facebook page, there are a couple of posts that are tributes to him.
Oh, cool. I'll check it out then for sure. Definitely. I'll put something on there for him for sure.
You got to scroll down quite a bit though.
Sure. That's cool. That's cool. No problem. I'll check it out. Not a problem.
Yeah, I man, that guy
is a motherfucker.
That guy, and it looks like he beat it a third time.
That's cool. That's cool.
This guy, I have so much respect for. I can't say.
Right.
I mean, he is so strong. His attitude is so unbelievably tremendous. He's a real inspiration.
That's cool. That's definitely cool. Yeah, hell yeah. I'll put something up here for him for sure. Not a problem. I usually put in credits and stuff. I'll say thank you to my guests and stuff, and I'll put whatever I need to put on down there.
I can send you a picture.
Do that. Definitely do that for sure. I'll put something up there. Oh yeah.
And yeah, he will always be a part of the AXEMASTER family.
Cool. Definitely.
We got a new drummer, and our new drummer, oh my God, is this dude fabulous.
Is he? Right on.
He reminds me of Scott Travis.
Right on.
Playing. I mean, when he auditioned while we were hooking up and stuff, he played Raining Blood a cappella.
That's awesome.
And we're like,
that's fucking awesome.
Okay, all right. Cool.
That's incredible.
The guy is a tremendous talent.
Right.
Actually, when people come out to see us who haven't seen us in a long time, and we haven't played really in a long time, but people who used to see, especially back pre-pandemic, they're gonna shit their pants.
Right on.
Because these songs are played thrash now.
Nice. That's cool.
And it's like what one guy said about our album. It's kind of slowed down thrash.
That's cool. Nothing wrong with that.
But this dude, oh my God. We played the song Death Before Dishonor. And it was on the Crawling Chaos album, but I never cared for the way it came out. Different drums on it that weren't thrash much. But the original, it was different than our original drummer did it, Brian Henderson. So when I was like working with him on that song, I got him to play it the way that it was played originally.
Right on.
And he adds his own shit to it, and oh my God, is that song you will never hear a heavier song than that.
Right on.
It's
right on.
Oh man, it's fun to play. And our rhythm section with him and Jensen. Woo,
that's cool.
Never played with anything like these two.
Right on. That's cool. That's awesome. Definitely awesome. Keeps you going, keeps you motivated for sure, I'm sure.
Yeah. It's taking a while to get tight with a set of songs, but we're not that far away. And once we do, I mean, there's a lady in my life named
Mhm.
Kimberly Vaughn who
Mhm.
actually did the executive tier of our crowdfunding, which means that she's put down as an executive producer of the album.
Right on. Right on.
And she has never heard Adam, our new drummer. She's never heard the band the way it is now. She's never come to practice or anything.
Mhm.
Well, we carpool, so there wouldn't be room for another person.
Right.
And she's gonna be like, whoa.
That's cool.
You know, she comes to all our shows. She helps
Right
me
on.
tremendously. She
Right
was the
on.
one who did my Facebook Live.
That's cool. That's cool.
Hell, when my apartment building burned down 2 years ago, she let me live at her place for a month.
Oh wow, that's cool. That's cool. Definitely.
Yeah,
Definitely.
we're super power tight, but
Right on.
yeah, she's going to be surprised when she hears some of these songs.
Right on. That's cool. I can't wait to hear him. Definitely. That's awesome.
Yeah, I actually had videos of clips of the from like two videos, both contain clips of three songs.
Hmm.
But Cosmic Fire told me to make them private for this time because they want when their PR team uh, does the worldwide announcement of our
Hmm.
signing and forthcoming album,
Right.
that they really want to make sure that the big mags that it's exclusive.
Right. Right. Right
So
on.
they asked me to put, to take everything down, which was cool. I mean, I've never worked with a label that had a PR team really,
Right.
and
Right.
that had restrictions like this. So I'm having to ask a lot of questions on what I
Mhm.
can do and can't do.
Right. Right. Totally. Totally. I get that. Totally. Totally. Um, so who are some of your major influences?
Before we get into that, could I
Okay.
take a 2 minute
Sure.
break?
Sure.
Gotta
I
go
get it.
pee.
I get it. No problem. Fucked up. Big time fucked up. How are you? Good. I'm talking to AXEMASTER. These guys are soldiers. They've been around since like, I don't know, like 1980. They're soldiers.
Sorry, brother, I got something to
You're
drink too.
you're good. You're good. How are you doing?
Doing fantastic.
Awesome. So who were some of your influences
Well, in lead play,
besides Michael?
yeah, that Michael George Lynch,
Okay.
Jakey Lee,
Nice. He's good.
um, a little bit of Ingve, just in as much as studying in Ingve got me into doing sweeps.
That's cool. That's cool. And what's a sweep?
But as a song, but as a songwriter, it all comes from Sabbath.
Right on. Right on. That's
It
cool.
all basically the formula that I use for a lot of what I write
Mm-hmm.
is are dark, almost doom metal riffs
Mm-hmm.
played faster, some traditional, some thrash.
Right. Right. That's cool.
So the Sabbath, the flatted fifth that Tony introduced,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but more past that, early Metallica,
Right on.
early Slayer, some King Diamond.
Right on.
Let me think. Judas Priest,
Right on.
and I mean, I got a lot of bands that I like,
Yeah.
but those are probably the ones that influence my songwriting the
Right
most.
on. That's cool. Yeah,
Maybe a little bit of Iron Maiden.
I love Iron Man. That was the loudest show I've ever went to. Still, my ears are still bleeding from 1985 and the Power Slave tour.
The loudest show I was ever at was Heaven and Hell.
Oh, okay, okay.
It was an
Mm.
outdoor show, and it was still that loud.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
The
That's
girl,
cool.
the girl I went to the show with, her ears rang for 4 days.
My ears rang from Iron Maiden for a long time. I think I got permanent damage that year. That concert really, it was like so loud, but it was crisp loud. You know, it sounded really good. Twisted Sister opened for it. They were really good.
Oh, nice. Never saw them.
They promoted Iron Maiden the whole time, their whole set. You know, they just get the crowd revved up and stuff. It was cool. They were cool. But Iron Maiden, they were phenomenal.
I love the Live After Death album.
Yeah, that's a great album. That's a great album.
That,
My
that's
favorite's
their
always been
best thing.
the Peace of Mind album is my favorite.
But there's an EP that
Uh-huh.
has like 5, 6 songs on it called Made in Japan,
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
Paldiano.
Right.
I
Yep.
love that too.
Yeah.
The way they played the song Innocent Exile
Mhm.
is epic.
It is. It is.
And the
Totally.
thing is, it's really hard to get. I mean, Amazon doesn't even sell MP3s of it. Go
Really.
figure.
Yeah, that's
Amazon sells MP3s of pretty much everything
everything.
AXEMASTer has ever put
Right.
out, but they don't have an Iron Maiden EP.
That's weird. That's so weird. You know.
Iron Maiden, hey!
That's awesome though. But right on. Yeah, I love Iron Man. I want to see Priest so bad. I know they're not going to be around as long, you know, probably not much longer. You know, who knows? Not with
Yeah,
Rob playing, you know, not with Rob, I'm sure, but that guy's phenomenal, you know. They did that cover of War Pigs for Ozzy's thing there, and that blew my mind how
that
good
was
it was.
great.
That was such a good version of it. Awesome version of it, you know. But well,
Yeah, actually, they played in Youngstown, and the lady who hosts our band practice, who's our drummer's girlfriend, they went to
mhm.
see him, and they were talking about how great they were.
Oh, I bet. Did Glenn come out during that concert with them? Because
What's the
Glenn Tipton, did he come out on that show with him? Because he's sporadic now. You know, he's sick, I know, but he still comes. Whoa,
Hey, my phone just did
I
something
know. I just
bizarre.
saw that. I can hear you still. And let me see if. No, you're good on my end. Yeah, you're good on my end. You still there? Oh, hello. I think I lost Joe. I think I lost Joe. Still recording, still recording. You there, Joe? Nope, you're not. Okay, well, I guess that's that.